Do you remember when you used to dream? Like when you were a child and you dream all the time of being an astronaut, a teacher, a doctor, an agent of peace, also known as an ambassador, or a diplomat perhaps. And you just, it seems like every year, maybe every few months even, maybe even every day, depending on how indecisive you were, you just would dream of a new thing that you wanted to be when you grew up. And then you grew up, you became an adult, and things sort of started to change. What do you think happened there? Why did you stop dreaming? Or at least, why have you stopped dreaming as much? And if you haven't, then you can walk away from this video right now because it's totally irrelevant to you. Priorities change as we get older, and our reasons for doing things and wanting things change with them. Sometimes it's an external thing like peer pressure. Sometimes it's the need for a more stable job. Maybe after high school, you realized you would need to go back to school for 8 more years to become that astronaut or that doctor. 8 years being generous, sometimes you might need 10. Maybe it was just age, the whole process of growing up and realizing what the real world means. Although as far as I can tell, the real world starts quite early on, much sooner than people claim. When you're in school, people say, when you enter the real world, you'll understand. But there are a lot of reality. There are a lot of realities in the fake world, I guess it would be, that are also quite hard to bear. And to say that the real world's only outside of school is rather unfair and unrealistic. It's understandable and quite common to set aside childhood dreams for something more stable, something that is sustainable and will let you accomplish other dreams, maybe even bigger ones that you never thought of when you were young. When I was a child, I never thought I'd want to buy a house, and it wasn't until much, much later that I started to see the appeal of it. So it's understandable that these things do change. But there's an easy trap that people fall into. This idea of what it means to be an adult, to be stable, to be mature, responsible, reliable, all of these great adjectives, great for your interviews and your resumes. But there's more to it than that. And the problem is that people fall into this trap where they don't, even if they realize it, they end up getting themselves stuck. This trap is this new way of thinking. New being as in when you were a child, you probably didn't think of it. It's this concept or idea of living to work instead of working to live. Becomes a point where people find themselves just overwhelmed with their work, and they don't have time or energy to dream, or maybe it makes them sad because they think, I'm trapped where I am now and I can't get out, so it's better to push aside those whimsical dreams and move on and face the harsh realities. As a child, you lived to explore, to learn, to play. The point is to enjoy life and what it has to offer. You should still be aware of your responsibilities. You should still continue to do what you need to do, but take some time for yourself as well, and remind yourself that there's more to it. Take a moment to just enjoy the moment, to enjoy being where you are, even as things change for you. Don't let that whimsy vanish. Don't live to work. And please, please don't live for the weekend. I'll see you later. Bye.